The crocodile hunter's lair is all about wildlife and living in our natural surroundings with as minimal amount of impact as possible. And that's how we all should treat our daily lives. The peoples of New Guinea have learned to live in their environment. They utilise the trees, the bushes, the shrubs, virtually every chunk of their natural world to survive. Up here, in my treehouse, I've got the best vantage point. And let's go and have a look at a tree snake. Come here, mate, come here. Look at this. Tree snake. Woo! No biting. Now you can see what he does is he puffs his neck out and puffs it out, puffs it right out. And that's aggression. See how he's puffing his throat out like that? That's aggression. Now this is a tree snake, completely harmless. It overpowers its food, and they're virtually frog specialists. They eat frogs, and this is a beautiful specimen. Really dark head. He's got that creamy neck all the way down along his... Oh, you're getting grumpy. Big eyes. Those big eyes. He's a diurnal predator. Only hunts his food during the day. And look how long and slender he is. Really long and slender. These things glide through the tree. And you can see, have a look at that, the way he's tied a knot on my hand. They can just use the tip of their tail to grip like a monkey. Look at this, they can actually extend their whole body up with only their tail gripping. He's a nice size too. Look at him puffing his throat out. And when they puff it out, that white coloration, that's actually the skin between the scales. The scale is only a scale, skin between, next scale. Whoa! Oh, you're grumpy. Now this one's in exceptional condition, really good condition. He's been getting plenty of frogs to eat. The other thing that amazes me with these tree snakes is if you look at a cross-section of their body, they're almost square. You can see, right, that's almost at right angles, almost a square shape right there. And that enables them to have the best climbing abilities of absolutely any snake. And they're common, really common on the island of New Guinea, and very common here in Irian Jaya. Look at his sensing there with his tongue, forked tongue going out. Hey? What was the frog like for breakfast? Was it good, mate? He's checking everything out. And they possess quite sharp, long teeth, no fangs. He's non-venomous. And they'll grip the frog, and the frog will, let me go. And they'll just glomp, 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 eat it. Just alive. Usually from the back end first. Beautiful animal. Just let him go back up his tree here. True or false? 75% of Irian Jaya's landmass is covered in forest.
That's true. A whopping 75% of Irian Jaya is beautiful rainforest.
There are many different species of boa throughout the world. My friend here is a boa constrictor from South America. Notice the beautiful pattern on the skin. This is designed for camouflage because this snake is not venomous. Like its name implies, it constricts its prey. So it'll travel through the trees and wait until it finds a little unsuspecting mammal. Sits perfectly still, and when the mammal comes within strike range, whack! It grabs it, sinking several hundred sharp teeth into its flesh. It then coils around it and squeezes until the animal stops breathing and swallows it down whole. Now the boas survive using this ambush technique wherever they live. And in the jungles of New Guinea, Steve discovers a boa that's terrestrial, like its name implies, the ground boa.
Check this out. Have a look at this. No, it's not a ball of stick. It's a ground boa. I've never seen a ground boa in my life. Now, these animals get killed all the time because people think they're big old death adders. You can see why. Look how short and fat he is. Hey? Gorgeous. Look how stumpy his tail is. He's got a real stumpy little tail. She's got a little shovel head, and that's because she gets underneath the leaf litter. They're a ground-dwelling boa, very similar to a python in that they grab their food, coil around it, and constrict. Aren't they weird-looking snakes? A ground boa. The weirdest-looking critter. Shovelhead, I might call you. Hey, you're a good girl, Shovelhead.
Would you believe the cute little ground boa gives birth to live young?
Have a look at this. This is a moth. And of course the moth is the closest relative of the butterfly. Come on, buddy. All tangled up in me net. Very gentle with this moth. They're so fragile. Look at that. What a beauty. You can see how fragile they are. All this powder comes off them. Okay, fly, be free. Let's go and have a look at butterflies. I see them in the trees, in the bushes, and in the canopy. But the best place to look at them is on the ground where they suck up nutrients. Wow, aren't they beautiful? They really bring some colour into the jungle. These orange ones are pretty spectacular, but I tell you what, I've seen yellows and blacks, swallowtails. In fact, some of the biggest and most colourful bugs in the entire world are found right here. Oh, have a look at this. So I want to watch out because... Here, come here, mate. You're all right. Scared them a little bit, they'll come back. But these little guys, these are bug eaters. They'll eat any sorts of insects. This is a skink. He'll wait in the leaf litter and wait his moment and then whammo. Grab butterflies, moths, virtually any insects. Beautiful little animal. Watch out, butterflies, or this skink will get you. There he goes. Gorgeous, aren't they?
Would you believe the butterfly is crucial to a rainforest habitat because they're the ones who pollinate so many plants?
All of the waterways around the lair contain turtles, and lots of them. And when you get into the estuaries and into the ocean, of course, there's sea turtles, marine turtles. They're magnificent animals. These freshwater turtle species have a brilliant technique of tucking themselves back inside their shell. They've got webbed back feet, and that propels them through the water, like that. See his webbing there on his little feet? And he'll tuck them in so I can't eat them. I learned a technique when I was a young fella, how to catch turtles in deep, dark, dirty water where you can't see them. You got to do it by feel. Have a look at this. And just like at home in Australia where I learnt this technique, you've got to be wary of crocodiles. Oh. Here we go. Look at him. He's got his little flippers going. And he's got his little flippers. Aren't they gorgeous? This is a short neck. Have a look at this. Look at that. Like a big bullet hole in his shell. I reckon that'd be a croc bite. Crocodiles love to eat turtles, of course. He's bitten down on him, chomped in, probably gone for a better bite down on him. Put a big divot. Turtle's made an escape. You can actually see some more scratch marks in his carapace there. I reckon that's what's happened. Croc's juggled him round, gone to crush him down, and he's escaped. That's a big hole. Really big. But it's old scar tissue. It's probably happened maybe a couple of years ago. Turtles are just like other reptiles. They shed their skin. So they'll actually have shedding scales coming off the carapace and the plastron. And she's got a beautiful, big, shiny head and a great set of eyes. Good. Ooh. You don't... She doesn't like me kissing her on the lips. That's all right, sweetheart. Where you go?